Big shout out to Greg all the way from Tokyo. He sent in these commemorative Blood, Sweat, and Tears 4 keychains. They even got a bottle opener on the back and all that. It's got the whole card, man. It's got all the artists, all the battlers from July 9th on it. It's got my Twitter, my Facebook, my Gram, the venue address and all that. Yo, this is love. This shows us how much people was really fucking with Blood, Sweat, and Tears 4. And stay tuned, man. We ain't going nowhere. Brick by brick shit. We got a lot more coming. Salute. Battle rap is dying, battle rap is dead. It ain't shit when certain things ain't going on. Been a real hot topic in 2016. I see a lot of people weighing in on it. A lot of people talking about it. Battlers, league owners, bloggers, media. So I'm gonna give y'all my 10 reasons why battle rap is dead. And in those 10 reasons, we're gonna talk about media. We're gonna talk about bloggers. We're gonna talk about Mount Rushmore battlers. We're gonna talk about female battle rap. Let's jump into this, man. And make sure you stick around to the end because I'm gonna bring a different type of twist to my opinion on bringing this all together on why battle rap is dead. At the end of the day, the talent is what the fans are really here to watch. Alright, they're not clicking on just to watch a whole fucking event of a league owner or a blogger or something like that. They want to see the battlers touch that stage and put on. Bring the bars, bring the crazy rounds, bring the schemes, bring the creativity. So, the battlers are a big deal of pushing and continuing battle rap in 2016, right? Doesn't that make sense? So who are some of the high profile battlers? And let's weigh out if they've really been active to really continue to push battle rap in 2016. You got people like DNA. He moved into the most viewed battle rapper of all time. He's been active as shit in 2016. And he's been consistently doing his thing. Disaster. Has he not had a classic battle this year? Has he not been active this year? I mean, hold up. When I say he had a classic this year, I'm gonna give y'all my opinion once again. The top 3 battles in 2016 to this point so far is still Rum Nitty versus Av, B. Dot versus Danny Myers, and Disaster versus Iron Solomon. Pound for pound, those are the best 3 battles to go down in 2016. And Diz got one of them. How about Serious Jones? A lot of people say he's a legend, right? He's been active in 2016. He's been expanding his profile as well. Battled T.Y., he battled Jims on RBE Blood, Sweat, and Tears 4. He just had Pat Stay. I seen an interview where it seems that even Pat Stay is saying that Serious Jones won.
In the end, who won, Pat? I beat myself.
T-Rex. T-Rex has been all over the place. He's got a lot of interviews, a lot of blogs, and he might be having one of the biggest battles of 2016 on the way. Think about it. Everybody wants to see Rex versus Sean, right? Hollow. He don't battle too much, but he battled in 2016. Once again, that's another classic battle in my opinion. Him and Pat Stay, give it to them niggas, man. They put on.
Get up on some different shit. Got a nigga pissed, so you know a nigga with the shit. Pull up with the tool on the belt. They think I'm fixing shit. Hand blue, leg red. Got him on some twister shit.
Sue Surf, another high-profile battler that puts up a lot of views and brings in a lot of notoriety to the battle rap game. He's had, what, at least 2 battles in 2016, right? The 2 2-on-2s. The first one skyrocketed, all them views, and it wasn't even a complete battle, right? And people's hearing about another battle he's got coming up. So that's at least 3 battles for Sue Surf in 2016. Arsenal, he's been consistently putting on, he's been taking a lot of battles, and he's arguably been winning a lot of them too. You know, so I got him over Head Ice, I got him over Cortez. I saw the pay-per-view that just went down on King of the Dot. And he's got a bunch of other shit even still coming up. Arsenal, one of the most viewed battle rappers of all time, has been going crazy in 2016. Let's keep it real. And the list goes on and on. Big K emerges as one of y'all top 5 to top 10 favorite battles Daylight's been putting on. He's a high profile battler. You got Head Ice still doing his thing, Pat Stay doing his thing, Iron Solomon. There's a lot of high profile battlers that have been putting on in 2016 and keeping these views moving in the culture. Number 2, pressure on top tiers. No matter how you slice it, it's a good thing. And you hear a lot of them talking about it in their interviews. Pay attention, all right? Now, top tiers, they earn their spot. They deserve their spot. They put up the most views. They ain't going nowhere, and we want them to stay. Let's keep it real. Y'all don't want them pushed out the game, but what has happened is the mid-tier class and the up-and-comers have created a whole nother wave in energy in battle rap. And we'll get a little bit more into that later on. But that type of pressure on the top tiers, you're watching some of them respond to it. A lot of top tiers don't want to lose their spots because some of these up and comers are snatching the views, they're snatching spots on big cards. You hear a lot of top tiers complaining about it in interviews. So now you got like a Mike P or a Av or a T-Top or a Jims or a Show Off or whoever. Whether you like some of these guys or you hate them, at the end of the day, they all are gaining huge profiles in battle rap these days. And it's moving the game. Now for number 3, let's make this vlog a little bit more interesting. Let's compare the leagues that came in and also the leagues that expanded versus the leagues that left and the leagues that maybe fell back. And let's see which one wins in 2016. You know I'm going to start off with RBE first. RBE absolutely put on for 2016. First card of the year, trend-setting starting 5, entirely judged card. You see a lot of talk and a lot of debate about judging now. That might have been a little bit ahead of its time, but it ain't going nowhere. That's our official series, and you will see more of that. We got the Validation Small Room that we expanded and we continue to put on. Pound Small Room. You know what I'm saying? We announced that in 2015. I'm seeing a lot of the game pick up on that, and it's a good thing. Blood, Sweat, and Tears continued in a big way. I think it's a game-changing series from when we introduced it up into pushing it now. You see it, man. It's doing its thing out there. And if you haven't seen all 5 battles that released from Blood, Sweat, and Tears 4, make sure you check them out and keep giving us your support and your feedback because we're putting on with that series heavy. Let's go to URL and King of the Dot. URL might have had their biggest year in views in 2016. I don't know of another year where they put up more views on their channel. They've also been changing locations. They got what, 1 card in Cali this year and another one announced, the Traffic series or whatever that is, right? Maybe they're testing something out, maybe they like Cali, but if they're not doing it in New York, that's still expansion. Look at King of the Dot doing the same thing. The cards in Boston, the Massacre series, that's expansion. They're going into areas that they haven't been in before. Talent pool expansion as well. Look at King of the Dot with people like Moneybags. They put them on with Pass, which was a sick battle. You know, then you got people like Bonnie as well. People like Dose that they putting on with. This is all talent pool expansion. Of course, there's a list of a lot more people to go with that. Same goes for URL. Look at the PGs. There's been 100 PGs in 2016. Some will still be here in 2017, some will be gone. That's up to the battlers to put on and do their thing. It's about the opportunity though, right? Then you also got a whole nother type of pool of talent that URL has been reaching out to as well. So you see somebody like Swave coming back to URL after years. You see somebody like J400 getting an opportunity to battle on URL. Bullpen is another league that emerged in 2016. You got to give some credit to John. He came in as a league owner now, put out a bunch of cards. He's got some good battles on his channel. He's doing his thing. And all the other relevant leagues stayed active. Don't Flop stayed active. Guerrilla Warfare did a few cards in 2016. UW has done some high profile events in 2016. Who else? Black Ice Cartel, they came to New York a few times trying something new. Trap House, We Go Hard. Queen of the Ring, they got another event coming up. A lot of leagues are staying active in 2016 and a lot of leagues are having their biggest years ever. Now let's compare to who left. Spit That Heat, they either on a long break or maybe they closed up shop. I don't know, I haven't spoken to Blow, I don't know their business, but it seems that they've taken off in 2016. No Mercy from Trap House announced that he's retiring from the game, but he also did say that Trap House will be continuing. Peso's going to continue to run it. So we'll see what happens in 2017. Shout out to the Trap. I don't think Quiet Room did any events in 2016. I don't think it was announced officially, but there's talks behind the scenes that iBattle is closing down. And there's a few other leagues that either fell back or closed up shop in 2016, but if you do the comparison, I think the gains in 2016 far outweigh the people that left or fell back. Now let's hop over to female battle rap. You see a lot of people saying female battle rap is dead, it's dying. A battle like even QB versus Official, it was needed.
I'm just ready to show up. I fuck with QB and female battle rap period, and then the stage that female battle rap is in, it's like, we need this battle.
Let's break down why people are saying that, and I'll go to Queen of the Ring last. Before I talk about Queen of the Ring, let me talk about some other leagues that's been putting on female battle rap. We could start with King of the Dot. King of the Dot, you've never seen them put this many female matches on their cards. You know, maybe it's for the most part only Bonnie, but she's putting on over there. She's still turning a lot of new fans to female battle rap and what they're capable of. You gotta give credit where credit is due. Same goes for RBE. With the exception of starting 5, we've had the females booked on every single RBE card in 2016. Let's not get this twisted though. King of the Dot and RBE cannot shine the biggest light on female battle rap because it's not what we're known for that the most, right? Let's keep it real. So when y'all are saying female battle rap is dead, y'all are really turning towards Queen of the Ring. And that's because Queen of the Ring is the biggest staple when it comes to female battle rap.
I feel like female battle rap is in a weird spot because there hasn't been an event in so long, like longer than usual. We don't have, Queen of the Ring doesn't have many events a year, but it's been a while, and you're not really hearing anything. You know, like you can hear speculations, or you'll hear, oh, there's a card coming up.
I believe they've had 2 events and they got 1 announced. So the first event was a very big card. There was a lot of heavy hitters on that card, but we all know the stories. We all heard the interviews and the controversy and whatnot. The event got fucked up from a bunch of fights and a lot of bullshit and all types of shit. Who cares about the details? It's over, it's in the past, let's all move on. So then after that, I believe there was a second event that was done in Cali. They didn't have a lot of coverage, not a lot of bloggers and media was talking about it, and also heard that a bunch of the battles was canceled. So maybe some of y'all didn't even know about that second event, and now they have a third one coming up. I believe Evolution 2, October 15th in California. If you're in the area, check that battle out. But the point that I'm making is that Queen of the Ring has had a semi-quiet year in 2016. So if they're the staple of female battle rap and you don't really hear what's happening from Queen of the Ring too much, and it seems to be like all the fans, yo, give us the next card, give us the next card, give us the next card, then y'all gonna turn around and start saying that female battle rap is dead. But the shit ain't fucking dead. I'm pretty sure that when the Evolution 2 battles start dropping, everybody gonna support, everybody gonna watch the battles, and some of the battles probably gonna be good battles too, right? But there's another piece that y'all are also missing in 2016. Boss Chick Battle League. Once again, you must give credit where credit is due. Now, Rain doesn't do super high profile events, and she also puts on for a lot of up and coming talent. But what happens is, a lot of people are only checking for a Farrah Funeral, or 40 Bars, or a Shayna Ashley, and a C3, and you get my point, Official, QB. So when you got all these other good battles that are happening, they're not getting the views, they're not getting the exposure. But Rain is actually building her platform pretty good over there right now. She may have had 3 or 4 events this year already. I could be wrong, could be more, could be less, but Boss Chick Battle League deserves some light as well. So if you're really hunting for female battle rap, until Queen of the Ring comes back and puts out a bunch of good battles for y'all, don't forget about Boss Chick Battle League. Don't forget about all these female battles that's going on these other leagues as well. Female battle rap is far from dead. It's just a little quiet right now. It's not going anywhere, trust me. We need all these teddy bear abusers locked up, put away. There's a place for people like that, man.
ARP. Why you dropped at this blogging? Now where the fuck is my burner? Cause this bitch gonna get hit like Turner. Fuck what you thinking? You black about to have your ass slipping. You feel brave, please stop the drinking.
Are you not entertained? Let's really break down what the bloggers have brought to the game in 2016. You got people like Chris Unbiased, right? He's putting up these untold truths, very in-depth videos for y'all. Hollow the Dawn, QP. Go check them videos out if you haven't seen them. You get a lot of detailed, exclusive information, behind the scenes shit from your favorite battle rappers talking about the game. They're doing a lot of recaps. Jay Black has been putting up recaps like once every fucking 2 days and shit. He's had a very active channel as a blogger. Angry Fan's been active as well. He's been doing his thing. He's putting up a lot of blogs. We'll get to media later. I'm gonna put him in the media bucket when we talk about Angry Fan Radio. But this might be the biggest year for bloggers, even myself. I started blogging again. This is a fucking blog right here. And you got a lot of new bloggers that came on the scene too. You got Piper Boy, you got Mad Dog, you got Dreams, you got PG bloggers coming up, and there's more. I'm not shitting on anybody by leaving anybody out. I just can't remember everything freestyling off the top of my fucking head, but come on. The bloggers have had a huge impact on 2016. And for y'all fans that only see like an Untold Truth or a blog like this one or reaction video from Jay Black, that's not all the bloggers is doing. Behind the scenes, the bloggers is setting up battles, they talking to the league owners, they talking to the battlers, they doing negotiations. Look at Chris Unbiased on the interview with Hitman.
Yeah, so you need me to make this happen because I think I can get you 26,000. That would be nice. On the line, I only take $250 as a finder's fee. I think I can get you 26,000.
Who knows? That could have been the beginning of that battle getting signed and sealed for a particular price range. You know what I'm saying? But you got bloggers involved in a lot of this shit. You gotta give bloggers the credit that they earned and that they deserve. It's like they're impacting the game in a huge way. And 2016 is no different. Media. Some people hate them, some people love them, but you must respect them. All right, let's talk about some of these big situations that have happened in 2016 that have gone public. Why was Heavy Bags leaving 15 Minutes of Fame a big deal? Wanna know why? Because we have that much appreciation for 15 Minutes of Fame and Heavy Bags and what they do and what they bring to the game. Let's give another example of media impacting 2016. I want to use the privatizing one. We've all seen that interview from Beasley. I think he did it with Uncle Ron, 15 Minutes of Fame. But from what I took from that interview, Beasley was breaking down the reasons for keeping a lot of cameras out of the URL events, right? Saying that there was a situation in particular that happened, and whether they had a chance to take that footage and market it themselves or if they didn't want it out at all. Either way, it just shows how media can change what a company is doing. A company of that size, right? URL has 600,000 subscribers. That's not small. So if media can impact a company of that size, that shows impact. I'm not saying whether it was a good thing or a bad thing. Let me stick with 15 Minutes of Fame for another example. It's another big battle that a lot of fans are talking about right now, and that's K-Shine versus Rex. For me, from the outside looking in, just as a fan watching interviews and shit, that matchup started on 15 Minutes of Fame.
I'm still floating on the whole K-Shine thing, yo, so I'm just trying to actually swing this shit like that. I mean, that just came out of nowhere for me, so I definitely got to see him, and we got to figure out.
Yeah, have an uncle talk with him, man. Pull nephew to the side.
And we've seen a bunch of other blogs coming after that from Rex and 15 Minutes of Fame. We've seen Shine do a bunch of blogs about the Rex battle and their back and forth. And this whole shit is unfolding in the media. All the buzz and all the hype for that battle is in the media right now. No league has announced that battle. No league is promoting that battle yet. It's all media why y'all want to see that battle. So when you continue to look around at the rap grids, Hip Hop Is Real, That Shit Is Hot, Sun Live, and all these other media outlets, it's another example just like the bloggers. Not only are they bringing y'all exclusive content, but the niggas is setting up battles and shit, doing all types of business for us, for the fans, for the leagues. You gotta respect them in 2016. It's the biggest they've ever been. Number 7, now this one is one of my favorites. The game changing and evolving. Now, you know RBE and what we're about. Personally, bars, creativity, quality over views and over ticket sales and shit like that. And we all know, I've said this in other blogs, we know how the game was moving. It was just trying to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and there's nothing wrong with that. This is a business. So there's nothing wrong with that at all. There's nothing wrong with going after views and just going after the big battles. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you take things like room size becoming a debate and a discussion, especially when you have a lot of league owners, you know, and we kept the files that are, you know, dissing small rooms and saying, oh, it's only 50 people, it's only 200 people, yada, yada, yada. You know, but room size and capacity and battle turnout has become relevant. That shit changed. People want to do, the fans are pushing for smaller venues now. And they're also pushing for people that are bar heavy. So you got groups like Writer's Block that emerged. Those type of artists that are now getting booked again. The whole mid-tier class period was damn near non-existent before 2015 and 2016. The game is now changing around it. So you're seeing money bags popping up on big platforms and big cars. You're seeing people like Rum Nitty starting to get the respect that he deserves. And of course the list goes on and on and on. I could name a million of these people now. But a lot of these mid-tiers and a lot of these up-and-coming battles, especially the ones that are bar heavy and the ones that are better in smaller environments, they were not getting no calls, no looks, no nothing in 2015, 2014. But in 2016, now that is what's taking the precedence over the top tiers or over the view guys or whatever. The view guys are still there and they're always going to be there, the top tiers, because the game needs them. The leagues need them. The ticket sales need them. The views need them. The money needs them. There's a bunch of business reasons as well as battle quality why they need it as well. But the game is changing to the smaller environment as well as the bar-hungry people. A lot of platforms are getting in line and conforming to that, and they had to. So for fans like me, job well done. Big salute and shout out to all the platforms that really push that, all the fans that really push that, the bloggers and the media that really push that, because the game needed it. The game needed it in a big way, and you could almost say that that is what saved battle rap. The shit changing and conforming to the smaller environments and the bar-hungry mid-tier class and the battlers that are out there putting on battle after battle coming prepared. So while out there all that complaining about seeing the same top tiers and saying that some of them were just collecting checks or whatever, certain people stayed true to the quality. And that is now the most relevant entity in battle rap.
Sometimes the development of new talent involves the veterans.
I really don't like the fact that we're causing a separation in these MCs that can potentially be great matchups because we're putting them in tiers. I just don't believe in the tiers. If there's a brand new nigga that's nice as fuck and there's a nigga that's been around for 10 years and he's nice as fuck, I want to put them in the ring together. I want to see who's nicer. I don't give a fuck about tiers. You know what I'm saying? And I hope more MCs start stepping up to the plate the way Goods did and the way
it's time
Abel
to
did.
split ways. I love making music, but that ain't got nothing to do with how I get paid. I gotta hit the field and grind like a sick slave.
For me and for what we believe in as a fan-first movement, a good battle, a good match is a good match. I don't give a fuck if you've been here for 10 years. I don't give a fuck if you just got here. I don't give a fuck if you've been considered top tier. I don't care if people call you a PG. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the best of the best go at it regardless.
For number 8, I want to talk about views and money. Views is up in 2016. Money is up in 2016. It's up for RareBreedEnt Entertainment. I gotta assume that it's up for everybody else as well because I'm watching the activity, I'm watching what everybody's doing, and everybody's putting up crazy numbers. Look at URL. If this isn't their biggest year in views, then tell me what is. It's gotta be 2016. I don't see what other year they put up more views than this. King of the Dot as well. Putting up crazy numbers, dropping a lot of content, staying active. And that goes for a lot of leagues, alright? Not just RBE, King of the Dot, and URL. Money. We could talk about Hitman and Suge and all that controversy that was going on about $30,000. Whether you think that Hitman deserves $30,000 or doesn't deserve $30,000 or close to it, that's not the point. The point is that the battle can happen for $30,000. That's the point that I'm making right here. At what point in the game can you really look from the outside looking in and see that a battler deserves or should get $30,000 other than in 2016? You want to know why? Because people think that that's where the game is at. They're seeing all these views, they're seeing all these ticket sales, they're seeing all this money being generated, they're seeing the cards getting bigger, the battles getting bigger. So numbers like that are realistic. I'm not saying that it's going to be recouped or not. That's a different story. But the number 30 period is actually a fucking conversation. And don't worry, number 10 I'm going to talk about when y'all thought there was other numbers that big. And I'm going to compare them to how that wasn't really where the game was at. You know, the Diddy's and the Total Slaughters and all that. Don't worry, we'll get there. Number 9, pay-per-view. Why would pay-per-view be making the game bigger? Why is that expanding in 2016? Why? Because not everybody's gonna drive to an event. Not everybody could make it to New York or California or Toronto where these big cars is going down. So y'all could get an event for $30, $40, maybe $50, maybe cheaper than what it costs at the door, and watch an entire car from your home in like 24 hours. That brings these events worldwide. That's expansion once again. No matter how you slice it. Live stream as well is a big deal. King of the Dot's doing live stream almost every event, if not every event. Once again, you can sit from home and watch that shit for maybe less than it costs to even get through the door. Now, live stream is going to be expanding too in 2017. There's talks behind the scenes of another platform that's going to be offering live stream, but we'll get to that later because RBE might even be diving into that as well. We will see how things play out in 2017, but for here in 2016, you got to give a big shout out and salute to RapGrid for giving us all the video on demand platform and all the leagues that are using it and bringing their content that fast. Entire cards around the world to all the fans for a somewhat cheap price. Because let's keep it real, once upon a time, y'all had to wait months to get one battle. Last but not least, I want to compare 2016 to some of these big iconic moments that y'all have seen happen in the game before. You want to know why? Because I hear some of y'all out there, I see some fans say it too. They take moments like Diddy hanging over the Raptors and all that shit, and Total Slaughter and Snoop and Gladiator School, and they say none of that happened in 2016, so that must mean it's a decline. No. You couldn't be further from the truth, and I'm gonna tell you why. When you look at like Alki David, they say he's a millionaire, right? And he came in and he did the Ether event with Cassidy and Disaster, and supposedly he made $250,000. You look at Snoop Dogg and Gladiator School, there's talks of like he just paid everybody like $7,000 to $8,000 a battle, no matter who you were. You know, you got talks of like Total Slaughter, Shady Aftermath, Eminem, and Slaughterhouse. They got involved. Who else? Diddy, Q-Tip, and Busta Rhymes at Summer Madness, and Diddy giving away $10,000 in the back. I mean, in a room live for Rex and Verb. What do all of those situations have in common? Sponsorship. Huge sponsorship. The owners from King of the Dot, like Organic or Gully or Bishop or RBE, you know, myself, Shotta, or URL, Beasley, Chico, Smack, or whatever leagues, they're not the people that went into their pocket and put up $250,000 to pay Cassidy or pay some of those big cards that some of those big battles that might have been on Summer Madness 2, or pay, you know, let's say a one rounder on Gladiator School, $14,000 battle. It's all sponsorship. That doesn't mean that that's where the game was at. Those were all situations that are ahead of their time, and they're all gone. You want to know why? Because they realize that's not where the game is at yet. Us down here on the ground floor, we know that shit. We putting in all this work and doing all this business. We know where the fucking game is at. We know what the fuck we can recoup. Ain't no fucking Organic or Smack or ARP paying no fucking Cassidy no $250,000. Never. That's why they all gone now. So do not get it twisted when you see those moments and compare them to the game now and say, how come we don't see that happen in 2016? That shit is like, I could give you a gym analogy. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that work out, you bench press or whatever, maybe you can get up 2 plates for 225, but you want to throw another plate on for 315. Maybe you ain't strong enough for that yet, so you need a spot to get that weight up. Now from the outside looking in, it looks like you're strong as fuck. Looks like you're benching 315, but you're not. These events was not benching 315. They were still benching 225. When the game gets there, it gets there. But do not compare those moments to 2016 as if there's an absence of something or there's a decline. There's not. Those situations are all way ahead of their time. You ask any league owner about paying for some of those battles or covering some of those budgets of some of those events and some of those situations, they'll tell y'all to go to hell. Why the fuck you got the Nas Hip Hop Is Real album in the camera, ARP? I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, there's genuine logical reasons why some people at times say battle rap is dead. I just tried to break down 10 reasons why it's not dead. It's all sarcasm when I say battle rap is dead. Obviously, if you've been paying attention during this blog. But you also got people that say battle rap is dead. And what they really mean is that the game is not going the way that I want it to go. It's not where I want it to be. There's certain things that's happening that I don't want to happen. And that happens a lot in all forms of entertainment. This was a campaign. Nas is one of the biggest and one of the most respected and most talented hip-hop artists of all time. But when you started having that Southern movement and people like, you know what, I'm not gonna even name no names, but you had a lot of artists that couldn't even fucking rap past ABC 1, 2, 3 that was making millions of dollars. People like this, people that are on the ground, people that really put in the work, they get frustrated when they see things happening that they don't like, whether it's good or bad, and all of a sudden they say it's dead. You gotta really pay attention to the difference of when somebody's saying something is dead because that's what they truly believe and they have logical reasons why it's dead or not growing, which I think I just dispelled for y'all in this blog with 10 examples, or when somebody's really just trying to say, it's not going the way I want it to go. Do your homework if you don't know what I'm talking about. So that's my point, y'all. Listen, I'm gonna be in the comments for this particular blog. I'm gonna be going back and forth with y'all. If I do not get to your comment, make sure you tweet me, hit me up on my Twitter. Let's talk about it, man. Let's debate it, man. I think there's a lot of interesting things that was said. It's okay if you disagree, it's okay if you agree. Let's chop it up, you know what I mean? Let's bring our heads together and continue to prove why hip-hop as well as battle rap is far from dead. And if you don't believe, I'll see y'all in 2017.
My flow hard, knock you out your sneakers. No charge, I could not be cheaper. Though I'm a star, I am not a diva. I'm going far, I am not a cheater. I play the game right, I don't ask for much, spell my name right. Think you brave till your name's on the gravesite. My 16s get a stage life. Bone crusher, I ain't never scared. I'm strapped up like Metal Gear. Another man I will never fear. I work hard, blood, sweat, and tears. It ain't fair, please. I beat up the beat and make the snare bleed. No sudden moves, don't you dare breathe. ARP, I'm a rare breed. Shout out to Shotta too.